This is the video for checking your homework from last night, Monday night, which includes the warm-up from yesterday as well as the 4 homework problems. I'm only showing you all the work on actually the warm-up problem because it was in general conic form, and the homework was much easier because they were all in standard form, so you were able to see the center and what A and B is, and so it was really much easier than the warm-up was. So I'm recording this video just to give you something that you could look back at, I guess, if you wanted practice going from general conic form to standard form by completing the square and then identifying all the elements. So here all I did was I put the x's together and the y together, and there was no other y, and put this on the other side. I factored out this negative 25. And if you do that, you're left with x squared. If you factor out 25 here, you're left out with 2x. I know I'm going to have to put something here. And then I'm going to have 4. I'm factoring out the 4 from the y squared. And this is equal to 125. Now, half of 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. Negative 25 times 1 is negative 25, so I'm going to have to subtract 25 over here. And then over here, I'm really not doing anything with that. When I do 125 minus 25, I get 100. So now I have negative 25 times the quantity x plus 1 squared plus 4 times y squared equals 100. I divide everything throughout by 100. Negative 25 over 100 simplifies to negative 1/4, but I don't need the 1. And 4 over 25 simplifies to 1/4, but again, I don't need the 1. And so in standard form, it's negative quantity x plus 1 squared over 4 plus y squared over 25 equals 1. You could, if you wanted, rearrange that so that it said y squared over 25 minus x plus 1 squared over 4 equals 1. Doesn't matter either way. What I know is that because it's the x that's negative, then that means that this is a vertical transverse axis hyperbola. Okay, I identified the A and the B. When it's vertical, your A is under the Y, so the square root of 25 is 5, and your B is under the X, and so the square root of 4 is 2. So A is 5 and B is 2. On the next page, I am showing you that I know the center. The center is going to be negative 1, 0, and that's worth 1 point on your homework. The transverse axis is 2 times A, so 2 times 5 is 10, and that's worth 1. This is a vertical hyperbola, so you're going to add A to the y value of your center, so it's going to be added to the 0, which that makes it nice. That means my vertices are negative 1, 5, and negative 1, negative 5, and those are both worth 1. And now to find my foci, I need to use c squared equals a squared plus b squared. I found out that the length of that was plus or minus the square root of 29. I need to add that again to my y value because it's a vertical. That's going to give me negative 1 square root 29 for one foci and negative 1 negative square root 29 for the other, and each of these is worth 1. I use this formula for finding my asymptotes, and it's a over b, so 5 over 2. And when I simplify, I'm going to get, to make y the subject of the equation, I'm going to get 5 over 2x plus 5 over 2 and negative 5 over 2x minus 5 over 2. All together, oops, I didn't find the lattice rectum. The lattice rectum would be 8 over 5. Altogether, there were 9 points. I'm going to go back and show you really fast how I'm counting those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 altogether. So you're going to give yourself a score out of 9 on that. On these next ones, I'm just showing you the answers because they were in standard form. It should have been a relatively easy homework assignment. Okay, so your vertices are each worth 1, so that's 2 points there. Ooh, I don't like how that looks. It's not dark enough. So with my green pen, that's 2 points. Your foci are 2 points. Your asymptotes are 2 points. You did not have to tell me whether it's vertical or horizontal, but it was a vertical hyperbola. the transverse axis is 8, and latus rectum is 9/2. And so we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 points. That was number 1. Number 2, the vertices are with 2. Your foci, 2. Your equations for asymptotes, 2. This is another vertical one. And the transverse is 8. Latus rectum is 8. It's worth 8 points altogether. Number 3, vertices are 2, foci 2, asymptotes 2, transverse axis is 8, lattice rectum 9/2. Why did I write 2 here? That's just 1. 8 points again. And the last one here, vertices 2, 2, 2, 1, and 1. You did 4 homework problems, and they were each worth 8. 4 times 8 is 32. Then you had the warm-up problem that I added to that, and 32 plus 9 is going to be 41 points. You're going to make sure your name is on your paper and you have a score out of 41 on it, because I'll probably collect those on the way out the door today. So make sure name, Bailey, name, and then your score out of 41. Thanks, guys.